Hello, my name is Banke Shotomi and I want to warmly welcome you to the Butterfly Transformation Program. Over the next few weeks, few months, we are going to be working together in a way that you will see such amazing transformation. Now, I've tagged the coaching program the Butterfly Transformation because I want you to go through an experience where when you come out of your coaching sessions with me and the time that we have scheduled together, I want you to be able to see your new self and where you are in this moment and be able to see that you are such a different person. The butterfly didn't start out so beautiful, right? Butterfly is actually one of my favorite creatures in the world because I think it really represents so much about life. The butterfly starts out as a minute, insignificant, tiny little egg in the world. And it goes through a process where it hatches, it becomes a caterpillar. But in the caterpillar stage, it's limited. It's on its knees, it's crawling the floor. It can see the outside world, it can see the sky above it, but it has no means of trying to get there. And so it goes through this experience and a stage for a period of time where it's limited, it's inhibited, it doesn't have much room, doesn't have much hope, doesn't have much direction. And then all of a sudden something happens in the caterpillar's journey of life. And it goes into what we call, or what science has called, the metamorphosis stage. And the metamorphosis stage is where literally the old self goes through a process of transformation, renewal. Everything that it has known about itself as a caterpillar becomes challenged in this process of metamorphosis. In this process of metamorphosis, the caterpillar has to let go of certain things. It has to go through a change, and sometimes it's a painful change. Sometimes it means its limbs have been crushed. Its heart has to be redeveloped, its eyes, its structure, the whole anatomy of the caterpillar has to go through a transformation. And so from the outside world, it looks like it's the end for the caterpillar. It looks like there is no hope. And life can be like that sometimes. Sometimes we can find ourselves in situations that places us in that cocoon of life, where the very thing that has challenged our very existence seems like it's going to take us out. But over a course of time and patience and perseverance and development, what happens to the caterpillar as a cocoon? It begins to change. It begins to develop a new structure of life. It begins to take on a new shape and a new identity. And in the process of taking a new shape and a new identity, it breaks free. It snaps out of the cocoon and it enters into the world as a beautiful creature with amazing colors, with big expansive wings that are light and is able to just take it to high heights of life because it has shed its old existence. And when you look at the butterfly today, you appreciate its beauty. And for me personally, I appreciate the beauty of the butterfly so much more because I know the transformation process it had to go through to become the beautiful butterfly that it is today. And that is what you are going to go through in this transformation with me. You are going to go through a stage where whatever has brought you to me, whatever led you to me, whatever made you make a decision that I am going to go through this coaching with Banke Shotomi, you are going to go through a place of refining, letting things go, stepping into a new being, such that by the time you are done, you will see yourself as the butterfly and no one will ever know that you went through all of these things because you have come out so much greater than when you started. So I want to congratulate you. I want to celebrate you for making this decision. And I also want to encourage you that you have made the right decision. Changing our lives for the better is always, always, always the right thing for us to do. And over the next few weeks, over the next few months that we are going to be working very closely together, I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to guide you through the journey that you need to take to get you to the destination that you want to get to. So let me tell you what you can expect in this coaching package with me. You already know the finite details. You already know when we're going to be scheduling our calls. You already know what times we're going to be speaking and how often during the week we're going to be speaking. But I want to talk more about what to expect from this transformation process. And the first thing that I want you to understand is, although you have come to me with a particular issue in a particular area of your life that you want me to coach you on, certainly we're going to do that, and that will be our focus. I want you to understand that your transformation is holistic. Your transformation is not just about one area of your life and other areas of your life are struggling to keep up, because guess what? When you get to where you want to in the goal that you have set that we are going to work on in this particular area of your life, if other areas of your life are not matching or on that same vibration or on that same level, you're just going to go right back to where you started. And so I'm all about transformation that lasts. And so when we are interacting and when we are working together, I want you to bear in mind that we are looking at you as a total package. We are looking at you from a whole perspective. We're looking at you from a place of not just this area that you have come to me for help for, but looking at how else can I use the things that I'm learning in this area of my life to apply it in other areas of my life. The first thing I want to say to you in this transformation process is that you are 100% responsible for your life. I know sometimes that can sound so harsh and it can sound so cruel, but that is the truth. And I will explain why. True, we cannot control the things that happen to us. And some of you have gone through things that has really challenged you. You may have gone through something that you didn't expect. It wasn't your fault. You had nothing to do with it. But the one thing you have control over is your ability to choose how do you react to what has happened to you. How do you choose to take this external impact and deal with it? And we always have two choices. We can always look at it from a negative side, or we can always look at it from a positive side. I guarantee you that the reason why you have come to me, the reason why you've taken up this coaching package and this coaching program is because at some point in your life, you have looked at certain things from the negative perspective. And what we're going to be doing together is changing the perspective, giving you a new meaning to the things that have happened to you so that you can see how you can take responsibility for your life, even when you were not even the responsible person for it. And so I want you to first of all understand that the journey you're taking with me is a journey where you will learn to master responsibility for your life. You are in the driving seat. It's not your external environment driving your life. It's not the economy. It's not relationships. It's not your finances. It's not your career or your business or anything else. It is you in the driver's seat. And so I'm going to teach you and empower you and direct you and guide you on how you can lay firmly onto the steering wheel of your car and ensure that you are driving your car in the destination that you want. So that means we're going to be working on your mindset. We are going to be looking at some of the core beliefs that you hold. And we're going to be looking at how you can change some of those beliefs that are not serving you. And so let me talk about what beliefs are very briefly. Belief is what you have been exposed to over a long period of time and what you have now held on to as your way of life, as your version of the truth. And sometimes that can be a fantastic thing for us to hold on to certain beliefs and to be steadfast in those beliefs. But most of the time, we as humans have formed beliefs and formed values and formed certain thinking patterns because of negative experiences that we have had. And so we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane. We're going to be looking at your childhood. We're going to be looking at your experiences over the course of your life, right up until this point that you are here. And we are going to be doing that with the aim of trying to elicit where your negative thought patterns are, where your self-sabotaging behaviors are, and where you are leaking in energy and in vibration and causing you to have the type of results that you currently have right now in your life. The truth of the matter is that the way your life is right now is a direct reflection of what is going on in your internal world. That is a very, very deep thing. That is a very, very, sometimes, it sets us back. I remember the first time my mentor ever told me that, Banker, the way your life is a direct reflection of what's going inside of you. And the reason why that was told to me was because it was a prompting for me to realize that I've got to do the inner work. I've got to clean out the inside first, to ensure that the goals that I want to achieve can be accomplished. And not only accomplished, but they can actually last. Because I'm all about lasting change. Trust me, if you are working with me, the changes that we are making in your life is a lasting change. And so for me to be able to ensure those results for you, I am going to have to ensure that you are actually doing the inner work first, to get you all cleaned out emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and get you aligned with the person that you want to be once we are through with our coaching sessions. So here's the thing. The first thing that I'm going to need you to do is to have an openness of mind. I want you to just, as you're listening to me right now, make a decision within yourself that I am going to be coachable. I'm going to listen to the guidance that's being offered to me. I'm going to do the work that I've been told to do, because I know that when I do this work, I am going to see the results that I'm after. So we're going to be working on your mindset. We're going to be looking at some of the ways you have formed certain beliefs. We're going to be identifying limiting beliefs, sabotaging behaviors, and we're going to see how your external world is reflecting your internal world. And once we do that, we will be doing that in conjunction with the goal that you want to pursue. And we will also be looking at other areas of your life to ensure that everything is in a balance. So to start off with, you are going to have an first week introductory package where you're going to have some assessments that you're going to do, some questionnaires you're going to answer, and some activities that you're going to do. And you will find all of those details in the email and in the link that I would have referred you to once you finish watching this video. But I want you to do the work. I don't want you to get overwhelmed and feel like, oh, this is not what I signed up for. I just want the outcome to my solution. I just want the outcome to the problem. I want you to be committed to doing the work, because when you do the work, the inner work, you will automatically begin to see the results in your external environment. So let me go through some of the things that you're going to be looking for and what you're going to expect working with me. So as I said, the first thing is you will be sent a link where there are going to be a number of different assignments for you to do. Some of it is going to be profiling your personality. Some of it is going to be eliciting what your sensory code is. That means what way you generally communicate with other people. We're going to be asking you some certain questions to try and understand where you really are in your life. And we're going to give you a life will assessment where you're going to look at the whole 12 aspects of your life and see how you score and how balanced you are in your life. And that will be a very telling indicator on how you should be approaching the weaker areas of your life to bring you to a more rounded and more confirmed, concluded state. So that will be the first thing that you'll be doing in your first week of your session with me. So look out for the email that I'm going to send, and look out for the link as well. I also want to talk about mindset. So I've alluded to mindset work is part of what we're going to be doing in our time together. And I've already talked about taking 100% responsibility for your life, understanding that your life right now is mirroring to you exactly what's going on in your internal world. But I also want to introduce you to ways in which you can begin to change your mindset. So we're going to be looking at your thought patterns. We're going to be monitoring the things that you say about yourself, about your situation, about other people. Because here's the thing. The way you think, the words that you speak will have a direct implication on the things that are happening in your life. And so I'm going to be training you and guiding you on how to streamline your thoughts so that your thinking pattern is always in alignment with where it is you are really desirous to be. And that also means training you on how to use your words in a way that only ever lifts you up. I'm going to be showing you and guiding you on how to raise your vibration so that you actually physically have enough energy to carry on with your day. I'm also going to be introducing to you a morning routine that I will guide you to start. It's very important. The way you start your mornings is very important to how your day actually spans out. A lot of the time, we don't put much effort in the way we start our mornings. We wake up, we brush our teeth, get dressed, and we're out the door in traffic, rushing to work. And we have not taken any time to get ourselves grounded and focused. And so one of the things you will be learning during this time, and I will be monitoring so you will be staying accountable, is actually developing a morning routine and a practice. And I will give you some suggestions on how you can actually do that. Your lifestyle, your health, and your well-being and your level of fitness is also an aspect that we're going to work on. Now, you might say to me, Banker, that's not what I came to you for. I didn't come to you to be fit. I didn't come to you to lose weight. I didn't come to you to start a new diet. That's okay, because I'm not here to make you lose weight. I'm not here to start you on a new diet, but I am here to get you to have and develop a lifestyle that is healthy. That means working out for a certain number of times a week. It means being mindful of the things that you eat. It means drinking enough water to ensure that your body is well hydrated. And this is very important. It's very important because there's a direct correlation between the body and the mind. If the body is out of sync, if the body has no energy, if the body is unhealthy, if the body is lethargic, if the body does not have all the right vitamins and energy and components to make it a healthy body, it cannot have a healthy mind. If it doesn't have a healthy mind, there's no way it can produce results for success, because whatever state your mind is in is going to have a direct impact on the things that you do. So please be mindful that, we're going to be working on your lifestyle. And great if you already have a fitness regime, if you already have a fantastic healthy lifestyle, and you're already working out, drinking water and eating all the right food, that's fantastic. We're just going to keep it up. But if you don't have that lifestyle, if fitness is not something that you've incorporated at any point in your life, this is where we're going to introduce it. Now, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, so I won't be giving you expert advice or expert opinions or anything like that. But I will be guiding you on what you can do to get the level of fitness going, to get yourself in a healthy state, again, so that your vibrations can be high. And throughout the time, I'm going to be teaching you on certain principles in psychology about high vibration, how energy psychology works, and how we actually manifest the things that are going on in our minds. Okay? And then commitment. That's really going to be the crux of everything that you are going to need to see these next few weeks and few months together through. Commitment. There will be times where I will ask you to do certain things and you're not going to feel like doing it. There will be certain assignments that I will require of you and you're going to be too tired, or you're going to be too busy, or you're going to have forgotten. But commitment is what's going to make a difference between whether you really, really excel through this transformation program or you stay stuck in where you are right now. Now, I know because I have spoken to you, we've had a chat together, so I know that you are ready for the change. I know that you are ready for the commitment. And so I want to encourage you that even when it gets busy, it gets difficult, it gets tiring, it gets exhausted, you don't feel like it, That's okay, because you are human and we all go through those stages. But I want you to draw yourself back and remember why you signed up for this transformation program. Okay, so your commitment is going to be absolutely critical on this journey. The final thing I want to talk about is the resources that you're going to need. As I said to you, this is not just about you're coming to me for one particular area of your life and that's all we're going to work on. It's a holistic thing. And so I will talk about some of the things that you're going to need. The first thing you're going to need will be a journal, pen. It can be any size. It could be a simple notebook. These are some of the journals I use. I have my cute fancy pens that I use to write things down. And essentially your journal is going to be for you to jot down the things that we discuss in our sessions. It's going to be for you to write down your assignments or the results of your assignments. But more importantly, it's for you to start monitoring what your life is evolving like. And this is where you're going to start documenting certain things that happen, key changes, key insights, key revelations, certain breakthroughs that you've had, or certain aha moments that you've had. Because what's going to happen is, over the course of time, as you are jotting down these experiences, you will actually be able to physically see and read your transformation. So please, if you don't have those resources yet, find time to go and buy a number of pens, get some notebooks, dedicated notebooks just for the process of our coaching sessions together. You also need to have a quiet space. I'm talking to you right now from my meditation space, which essentially is just an extra room in my house where I have set it up as a space for me to think. This is where I get away from the busyness of my day, business of motherhood, business of being an entrepreneur, and I come and I reflect. I pray here, I meditate here, I do my notes here, I communicate with people, my coaches, my clients here. And so what I would like you to do is to find a space. Now, don't worry if you don't have an extra room to actually dedicate for this, that's okay. But find somewhere in your bedroom, in your house, anywhere. It could even be the bathroom, where you can have small moments in your day to reflect, to pray, to meditate, and to do some of the mindset work that we will be working on throughout these weeks that we're going to be together. And then I want you to prepare your schedule to include a morning and evening routine. Okay? The morning and evening routine, we're going to discuss it one-to-one, because we're going to look at your actual daily schedule, what you do on a day-to-day basis, and create a routine that works for you. So I'm not going to give you a standard routine because I believe that it has to be relevant for you. It has to apply to you. It has to be something that you can maintain. But I want you to bear in mind that you will need to change your schedule. You will need to maybe wake up earlier in order for you to do some of the morning routines. It may mean that, you create a fixed time in the evening where no one is going to disturb you, so you can do some of the evening routine work that we will be talking about as we get into our sessions. So please bear that in mind and begin to think about how you can start shifting certain things around so you can actually make the most of this. It will be part of the coaching experience for you to develop a routine. That is absolutely critical, because that is the basis of where your transformation will actually start. And you will see why, once you actually start, you will actually begin to understand why it's so important to have a routine, both in the morning and in the evening. And don't worry, it's not going to be this long, difficult, drawn out routine, but even just small changes, even just a 5-minute routine in the morning and at night can make tremendous difference to you in the way that you actually are living your life, and of course in the outcomes that you're going to be experiencing throughout the time with me. And lastly, personal development. I'm an advocate of personal development. All my clients I work with, I get them onto a personal development plan. And one of the things that I do recommend that my clients do is read a book every single month. There are a number of books that I will be recommending to you based on our sessions, based on what's coming up. And you know, it will be for you to actually engage in reading something that will enhance you, bring you closer to your goal on a monthly basis, and us discussing it. Okay, so accountability is a big part of what we are going to be working together with. I'm here to make sure that the things you say you want are actually the things that you are going after. And my job is to make sure that you are doing the things that you said you were supposed to do. You're doing the things that we agreed that you were going to do, and you're following through. So accountability is going to be a major thing. So those are the things I want you to be prepared for. I want you to be excited. I want you to see this as your opportunity for such an amazing transformation, and I'm looking forward to having our first session together. We're going to talk a little bit more about what has been going on in your life. I know we had our initial session, and I know we've spoken a little bit about what is going on in your life, but we're going to dig deep a little bit, and our first few sessions are really going to be trying to look at some of the historical underlying roots of some of the issues that you are experiencing, because when we can identify those roots, we can pull those roots up and begin to plant new seeds that will grow the kind of fruit you want to experience in your life. And so I once again welcome you to the Butterfly Transformation Program. I'm absolutely excited to be your coach, and you know, I want to thank you. I want to actually thank you for trusting me to be the right person to guide you on this new journey that you're about to take, and also trusting yourself that you have what it takes within you to make your life count, to make a difference in your life. And I tell you, once you can stay coachable, once you can stay ready for your breakthrough, you will absolutely have no regrets that we joined forces, and we are going to have some fantastic results, and I'm really excited about your journey. So welcome once again. I hope this introductory video has given you a rough idea of what to expect working with me. If you obviously have any more questions, I'm accessible by my WhatsApp, I'm accessible by email. You're free to contact me and ask me any more questions. And everything you need to get this week, your first introductory week started, is in the email below. Follow the instructions and get back to me, and we will get ready for your first session as well. So here's to your success, and I will see you very, very soon.